The Eagles beat the Patriots by a score of 25-20 on Sunday's Week 1 matchup. In this video, I'll review the game as well as all the storylines that went with it. Subscribe if you haven't yet if you want to stay up to date with all things Philly sports. The Birds were expected to win big in this one, coming off the best season in franchise history and building on their talented roster. They started off hot, going up a quick 16-0 in the second quarter. Let's take it back to the first quarter, where we saw a couple turnovers by the defense, one being a Darius Slay interception, which was returned for a touchdown, the other being a recovered fumble by Zach Cunningham, which led to a Devontae Smith touchdown catch the following drive. Jake Elliott missed one of his extra points, but was locked in otherwise, making 4 field goals to propel the Eagles' victory. They didn't come out great in the second quarter, as we saw New England creep back into the game. Scoring 14 unanswered points, the game went from 16-0 to 16-14. Jalen Hurts didn't have his best stuff today, as he only threw for 170 yards on 33 attempts. I do blame some of this on the rainy conditions, but regardless, he wasn't himself today. Kenny Gainwell started off hot in the first half, but cooled down as the game went on. The other running backs, DeAndre Swift and Boston Scott, combined for a total of 6 yards on 2 carries, so we might be seeing Gainwell as the starter out of the backfield. A.J. Brown had a solid game. He caught 7 passes on 10 attempts for 79 yards, and his partner Devontae Smith caught 7 of 10 as well for 47 yards. The offense didn't look great in this one, and I doubt we see them come out like this on Thursday against the Vikings. After coming back from the half 16-14, Jake Elliott got us some breathing room by kicking 3 field goals to put us up by 11 late in the fourth quarter. The Patriots then answered with a touchdown and failed 2-point conversion to make it a 25-20 game. When the Eagles got the ball back, looking to salt the game away, Hurts fumbled after running up the middle to give the Patriots the ball back in good field position. The Eagles' defense came up big after stopping the Pats, but the offense couldn't get a first down to finish the game. This gave New England yet another opportunity to come back only down 5. On a 4th and 11 play with no timeouts left, Mac Jones threw a completed pass, but it was later ruled out of bounds after good defense by Josh Jobe. After all that drama, the Eagles go back to Philadelphia 1-0. There are a lot of questions from this game. The offense looked weak, even though the Patriots are one of the better defenses in football. The offense looked like they could have done better to protect Hurts, as we saw him get smothered more often than we usually see. We didn't see them run much today, as the Birds didn't surpass the 100-yard mark on the ground. Gainwell looks to be the starter, as he had 14 carries compared to Swift and Scott's combined 2. We will see on Thursday how they approach the running game. I thought the defense looked good for the most part today, but they still are giving up too much on the pass. Too many big plays over the middle that give the other side momentum. Mac Jones had a solid day, throwing for 316 yards on 35 completions. If the Eagles let opposing quarterbacks throw 35 completions on them, I don't see them having a lot of success. They did have a couple turnovers, which I was happy to see, but the big passing plays need to be figured out. Nakobe Dean is questionable after exiting with a foot injury in the third quarter, so that will be a huge blow to the team if he cannot return soon. I'll leave things on a high note. The run defense up the middle looks great, with Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. With those two and Fletcher Cox as the tackles, I don't see teams running up the middle too often on us. The next game the Eagles will play is this Thursday against the Vikings in their first primetime game of the season. The Vikings are coming off a loss to the Buccaneers in their Week 1 matchup, so I wonder how the Eagles will fare against them. They have to tighten up a couple things, but I am sure they will be just fine, and are going to come out firing on all cylinders. Look for another Eagles W Week 2 later this week. Let me know in your comments your takeaways from the game against the Patriots today, and if you are concerned about any part of the Eagles' play. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't yet to stay up to date with all things Philly sports. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.